Thanks for joining us once again for Greensboro Glimpses. As you will see when we get some wide shots, we've got some very interesting objects that are with us today, and we're going to be talking about those on this program. Actually, the subject is going to be Bookcase Operations. This is a very interesting program that's designed to raise money to help people with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. A couple of years ago, we had, a little more than 2 years ago now, we had some of these same guests on the program, but let me introduce them to you. On my immediate left is Derek Wynn, who's the founder of this project, and I guess the brains behind it, and the mentor. Next to him is Quy Pham, who is a youth leader, I believe, and a participant in the program.
Yes.
James Walker on my far left, he's the mentor. He's the one that they go to for advice and that sort of thing. He wears many hats, and we'll talk about that as well. Well, Derek, I know that a lot's happened since the last time you were on the program. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about Bookcase Operation, exactly what it is and what you do.
All right, Bookcase Operation began in 2014. Basically, the goal is to help people with Alzheimer's, dementia, and we basically build stuff and then take them to like a assisted living home where the residents be painting them and actually learning new skills while painting them and decorating them. Okay,
and how many people do you have that do all of that?
Basically, my cousin, two of them, Huy and Pam, they basically go with me to assisted living home, and basically they basically help the residents while they be decorating the bookcase, the live-free libraries. Mm-hmm. And we go to Wellspring Assisted Living Home, and we go there for the weekends and help the residents by showing them how to paint it and stuff, and just helping them out when they need some help.
How did you get the idea for this? What got it started?
It began in 2014. So basically, my teacher, Scandale, I was talking to her. I was talking to another person, the Creative Aging Network leader, Lara Miller, and basically Lara Miller and I, we was talking about how we're going to help people with Alzheimer's, dementia, and we noticed there was a niche that wasn't being fulfilled. It was, we want to make stuff that people can actually touch and see, and that is permanent. And I noticed that wood is actually permanent, and you can actually, it's something that is durable and can last a long time, and not like paper or anything. So we realized nobody was doing anything with wood. So I basically went to my one of my art teachers, Miss Scandale, and she said, I want to help you out. So we made like a little free library model, which is like been in the newspapers, and we actually made a bookcase, and we made some, and then some of the students from Miss Scandale class, they kind of decorate the bookcase, and we kind of made a model, as you can see over here. That was from Miss Scandale students.
Okay, well, tell us about, we've got a wide shot now that people can see these things that we've got sitting here. Tell us a little bit about what we're looking at. What is this?
It's kind of like a model of a live-free library, and we used the dimensions and the measurements to make these two. We basically took like some measurements of this model, and we kind of based the measurements to make these two, let's see here, finished products.
Mm-hmm. On this?
Yes.
Okay. And what does that have a name? I mean, just what do you call that?
It's called a Little Free Library.
Oh.
We made a Little Free Library before in Spring Arbor in their assisted living home. And go to Michelle Road and go to Spring Arbor. You can see a Little Free Library that I helped make. I even made a documentary about it. I could put that up on the Facebook page for our group.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what's the Facebook address? Is it just Bookcase Operation?
Yes, Bookcase Operation.
Okay, very good. Well, James, what's your involvement with this? How did you get involved, and sort of what do you do to help them?
Yes, my background is I was an art teacher at Smith High School, and I have an art degree in business, Victoria's Visions, where I do personalized art, murals, paintings, football fields, also personalized clothing and everything. So I was working out of Chandler's Florist and Coffee, and we were doing a summer project with kids and everything. And along comes Derek, and Derek had his ideas, and I listened to him, and I told him that I could tie this into our summer camp. And so we did, and I've just been helping him as much as I can.
Okay, that sounds good. How long have you been doing that now?
This started about 3 years ago, and we put together things such as a bookcase, which we actually use for books, and a shelf and a table, and we built those things out of totally recycled wood pallets, and I helped him paint them and stain them and so forth, and I just came in contact with him again, and he's still pushing the program, so I told him that I would, help him as much as possible.
Well, great. Certainly appreciate you
Yes.
doing that. Well, Quee, what's your involvement in this? So how do you get involved?
Well, at first, me, my little sister, and I, we were helping Derek, making some videos about his past, about how he was doing all of this, and we came up with an idea of thinking of why can't we do this for our kids, and so we all thought about maybe we should be doing this for kids, and that's how we got this idea. Me and my little sister got involved 2 years ago, and we have been going to residents, the elderly, and they have been creative, and we have so much fun with them, coming out with ideas of what decorations we want to be on the Little Free Libraries. And we go there on Saturdays, and we help out, and me and my little sister, we will help them paint, and one day we'll have these spread all around Greensboro.
Now, how did you hear about this? Is this something that you saw and knew about? How did you get involved to start with?
My cousin told us about this, and we liked the idea, and we wanted to help out too.
Yeah, sounds great. Any idea how many of these things you've done so far?
Well, those two are the ones that we are working on still. That's just a model, so we only have 2 now, but we're planning to make more.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, and any of you can jump in here. How do you get the wood that you use? Is this something you have to go out and beg for, or do people bring it to you? How do you get it?
All right, for these two, some guy donated some wood for me to use there. I tried to get some wood donated because I was at the forge, and I basically try to see if anyone can give some wood to use, and some guy said yes. His name is Beaufried, and Beaufried said, I got some wood that I want to give to you guys to use, and I tried to talk to some other people about providing some wood, because that's one of the things I had to think about, how to get the wood provided to us. So
yeah, and so but do you solicit? I mean, do you have a place where people, if they wanted to bring wood to you, could donate?
yeah, I think about using the Facebook page as a place where if anyone wants to donate anything, they should go to the Facebook page.
Okay.
Because when I was at the Forge, I kind of went to they got a Slack, that's like a messaging like form they use. So I went to the Slack and said, hey, I need some wood, and some guy gave me some wood, but I want like a place that anyone can access, not just members of Forge or any organization, just something that is public for anyone that on the internet can go to.
So just go to Bookcase Operations on Facebook
page, yes.
and it'll have it there. Now, do I understand correctly, this is part of an organization called Teens Destined for Greatness in the Triad, is that right?
In the beginning, it was like based off of Teens Destined for Greatness, but we kind of move on from that because, I think James can explain what happened to Teens Destined for Greatness.
All right, James, tell us.
Yeah, that Teens Destined for Greatness, that as I mentioned before, that was part of the summer camp program that we were doing. Which no longer we're doing that. It was another organization that we had partnered with for the summer camp, and so we're no longer there at the location at Chandler's, and so we're not doing that summer camp. So now the Bookcase Operation is fully in Derek's hands. And
It's the whole
yes.
thing. Yeah. Okay. About how much time each week do you spend doing this, Quee?
About an hour.
About an hour a week, and you're able to do all this in an hour, huh?
Yes.
That's great. Well, what I know you said that a lot has happened since you were first on the program. Anything special that you can tell us about?
All right. After the interview, we kind of me and James, we try to do stuff on our own after the moving on from Teens Destined for Greatness, and like I said here, and I decided it best if James, he can do his own things while I just try to figure out what is the best way to move forward, because I think I can let James take a break for a while I try to think of how to make this a sustainable thing. So I want to talk to the youth, so I went to my cousins, and my cousins said we kind of we went and tried to document the history of it. So we made some videos trying to show what we did in the past, and I'm still trying to just document what our achievements, and that's why we're making a Facebook page and making also some videos. But we try to also think of how we can move forward. So alright, so we decided that what we're going to do is we're going to do some new things, and that's why I went to Lyle Miller and said I want to do something new with you, and I want to go to a assisted living home, and I want to make these little free libraries, and I want to have some youth be involved in these little free libraries so they can explore their creativity and be leaders in the community.
Yeah, well, that sounds very ambitious. You're gonna have to have more than just 2 people to do all that, won't you?
We try to recruit people, but like I said, whenever I try to talk to adults to try and get some new youth, that they be running away as quickly as possible for some reason. Like that's why I'll be try to talk to some of the people involved in these nonprofits, and sometimes it just be hard to get them to communicate back with me.
Yeah, well, can they volunteer through your Facebook page? Or
yes, I'll be trying to find collaborators and people with connections to youth. But like I said here, I've got an opportunity to provide them with new skills, but oftentimes it's just difficult for them to make any type of arrangements.
Well, where do you do this? Do you have a workshop or somewhere special in school where you do this?
Like I've been going to the forge to make these things, but sometimes I feel like we need our own location that is devoted to these things, because I feel like the forge, their membership is a bit too high for us. Like if $50, I want something that more affordable. I'm okay with just renting a location, but I feel like $50 a month to just use that place is too expensive, and I always be trying to find a location for a long time lately. I feel like there should be a place like Shane Falls, a coffee shop that isn't going to cost an arm and leg to go to, because we have to go to the super expensive places, and that just eat up all the money that I got.
Well, how big a place do you need?
Kind of moderate, like the size of this room, or like a broom closet, because when we were making those things for Teens Just for Greatness, the room wasn't so big. It was this small broom closet, right, James?
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of room. Like you said, we're not trying to mass produce a whole bunch of pieces, and I think it'll be a good opportunity for anybody out there that has some kind of summer program coming up for kids, and it can even take place outdoors. Like I said, we were pretty much using recycled wood pallets, which we would just actually obtain through going to businesses that are pretty much throwing them out or trying to get rid of them. We'd see them laying around, and we would haul them then to where we were operating at Chandler's Florist and Coffee Shop, like he was saying. So since we're no longer there, we don't really have a location. We're just kind of doing them. I think the first 2 that we put together in my backyard, and my neighbor happened to be a carpenter, which helped us, cut the wood and saw it and do everything. And then, like I said, my expertise is painting and decorating, so I took over in that aspect, part of it. But I think it'd be a good opportunity for, I know a lot of people that are doing summer programs and different things, maybe for older teens that want to do some hands-on type things and learn some skills. And if anybody has any volunteer time to, with those expertise as far as carpentry and painting, then they could help out, and it'd definitely be a good cause, win-win situation. Well,
good. Well, maybe some people that are watching can do that, because I know you'd love to have volunteers, right?
Now, I want to elaborate on that, because before working with my cousins, we worked with another group called Leaders of the New School, and with that group, it was based off of Northeast high school, and we actually made another bookcase over there. And when I tried to get them to make some more of them, the entire nonprofit just fall apart. And it's still the first bookcase we made at Northeast High School. It's still at Northeast High School right now. Because like I said here, we're making stuff, and they'd be ending up in different high schools and all sorts of places in Greensboro, and we try to do something sustainable, because the stuff we made, it lasts a long time, but we need, and the pallets, they great building materials, but we need an organization where people can return our phone calls and actually continue to exist for a while. Because like I said, the people involved, like he was a teacher, but he decided lawn maintenance would make more money than being a teacher, so he just left the school, and then the non-profit just fall apart because everybody in the non-profit was in the school, and the students in this high school.
Yeah.
Just difficulty finding a partner to work with.
I bet, yeah. Quee, you mentioned that you go to retirement homes. Well, what happens when you go there? Tell us what you do, actually.
We come up with ideas for the Little Free Libraries, and we would help them paint. We'll paint the Little Free Libraries, and we'll mostly sometimes talk about what we want to do, and we'll come up with like more ideas, and sometimes we'll even think about doing different other projects with them. But like right now we're thinking about sticking with Little Free Library.
Any other projects you can talk about, things that you may have considered?
I was thinking with some of the elderlies, privately, no one knows except for us, but we were thinking about making in some of the Little Free Libraries, and behind of the Little Free Libraries, the kids will put books into them, and it's like you donate a book, you take a book. I was thinking maybe I go to my art teacher and we'll make a different design. Instead of making a Little Free Library, we can like make a little box or like a house instead for it, maybe. Yeah.
So you're thinking, you've got some good ideas, yeah. Tell us where you're in school.
I go to Jamestown Middle School.
Jamestown Middle School. Okay. How about you?
I go to GTCC.
GTCC?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a particular field of study?
Mechatronics basically accommodates mechanical and electrical engineering.
Wow. Now that's ambitious. Yeah. How does that tie in with these things that you make here?
Basically, there's some engineering involved because, like I said, we had to do the measurements, and we had like diagrams and stuff, and we try to basically just calculate how to make these things match the model. Because, like I said here, we got a diagram with like the front, the back, and the right and left sides of it, and we try to figure out if the right side is 4 inches long and the sides is like 5 inches long, and the other side is 1 inch long, and we need it to be like 20 inches. How do we make that work? Maybe we have to cut it, set it a bit, or we have to get a water board, and we have to just do a lot of mathematical calculations to make sure the model match the actual finished products.
So there is a lot of engineering involved.
Yes, that's why I want to teach my kids some of these stuff, how to engineer these things.
Yeah. Well, Queen, do you have a blueprint or a plan that you work from, or you just sort of freelancing?
Well, my cousin has a blueprint. We just follow what's on it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you do have the instructions,
Yes.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my bag, but I didn't bring it with me. But
Yeah, that's fine.
that's it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So you design these things and then just give them to the people that help put them together.
Yeah, we made a blueprint using the model because we had to just get all the measurements from that model.
Okay. Now, as I understand it, you want to raise money to help people with Alzheimer's and dementia. Have you been able to make any contributions, or how do you use that money?
Yeah, we got there are places for you to go, but like I said, we haven't even got anyone to support us at all.
Okay.
A lot of times we be trying to talk to people, and like being in the wilderness, nobody want to listen for some reason.
Okay. Well, what do you think it would take? Just more appeals like this, or?
Yes, we need more awareness of this. Like that's why we're gonna be on the radio show as well, because we working with. Will you tell us about the radio show?
Yeah.
Oh yes. We were at this competition in the Greensboro downtown H&Q, and it was everybody had great ideas there. Even though we didn't make first place or second or third, we thought that everybody's ideas was very good. Joe, I think Joe Poe, he came up to us. He was the first one to come up to us and like talk about our project, and he said that we told him that we needed to spread this around Greensboro, and he said that he will help us and put us on broadcast, and we were very glad that he would.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I hope some people watching this program too will see and maybe catch the vision, because certainly something Alzheimer's dementia is something that needs a lot of research, a lot of support. So anything that can be done to help that would be certainly a worthwhile cause, I think. Yeah. Well, James, you've been associated with this, and you have seen how it works and know intimately how it works. What do you see as the future of this? Where can it go?
Well, I think the sky's the limit. I mean, like you said, it's a good cause, and it's the process in doing it and making things hands-on. It spreads across all ages. That I think is beneficial towards, like I said, youth groups, also the people in the assisted living places, gives them something to do hands-on. And then, like you said, I think I just see us probably having some kind of auction for them, and then, like you said, raising money for those to support those with dementia and Alzheimer's. And I think that can happen, like I said, if we get with the right group and get some support as far as building and making them and getting the word out. And I'm sure Derek is going to continue to push it until it happens. So
I'm sure he will.
Very ambitious.
How did you happen to pick this particular area, Alzheimer's and dementia? Is this something you have close association with?
No, I was working with a little bit at Lara Miller, and she kind of be helping me out, trying to support this project. And I met her like I think 3 or 4 years ago, and she was really supportive of me, and she actually wanted to work with me, and that she gave me guidance and helped me set up these classes at the assisted living homes. And I kind of worked with her until I decided maybe I want to do something that is more independent and I have more ownership of, and now I want to do something that I can turn into an actual organization with employees and stuff. So that's what I try to do, because when I was with Lara Miller, I want to do something with Alzheimer's dementia, because I was trying to find a niche and realized that there wasn't anything being done with Alzheimer's dementia really, so I want to go talk to her about it.
Well, I think that's very noble. I think that's really great. I read somewhere, I think that, and I believe you said earlier too, that you videotape the people that are doing this. What do you make any kind of? Do you put those on your website or on your Facebook? And do you do anything else with those videos?
We gonna focus on some videos, and what I want to do is make a documentary about it and actually show it to in film festival stuff. And we want to do a Kickstarter for it, and we can have some T-shirts, and I can go use the money from the Kickstarter to go pay James Wally, make some T-shirts and stuff, make some merchandise for the Kickstarter. And like I said, we are trying to at least raise awareness of these things, because I've been going on and on about how we need awareness so we can actually get better facilities and better support, because that's the problem. Nobody knows what's going on, and this has been going on for 3 years already. So we try to at least get some let's just see here, some films made about these things. We try to raise some money, and we try to just show these films in film festivals and stuff, and try to raise awareness. And like I said, we made a documentary about the Little Free Library. We made at Wellspring, and I'm trying to see if we can release that documentary. And like I said, the problem with these going to assisted living home, because they're image consent forms, and I try to work something out where we can film some of these things, and also get the image consent forms figured out, because some facilities like Wellspring, they don't allow any photography, and we want to actually find some locations. So as we continue to work on these things, we're going to do some filming, we're going to do some we're going to go to Kickstarter or Indiegogo, whatever, and we try to at least get some funds to release these documentaries to the public.
Okay, well, let's review just a little bit for our viewers. You need several things, don't you? You need a facility, a place where you can do this work. You need people that would be willing maybe to donate materials if they have wood or spare parts that they could donate to you. You also need people that will come and work and help you do this. So all of those things, and folks, if you can help in any way, sounds like a wonderful cause, and if you can help, I know it'd be more than appreciated. Qui has mentioned some ideas that she's had. Do you have any plans for the future, Derek?
Yeah, we're going to at least try to recruit some more people. We want to at least work with James Wally, because I want to make some T-shirts for the used to wear, and I can gather the money to pay for James Wally to make some T-shirts for us, and a sign or something, stuff like that. And we try to at least make it into like actual organization, like recruit people to be like board of directors and go to the IRS and stuff, because I try to make this to actually get some IRS approved organization.
Yeah. Okay, well, we certainly wish you the best in all of that, and I want to thank all three of you for being with us and sharing. And again, folks, this is a great cause. If you can help, I know these fine people would certainly appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much for being with us, and as always, we thank you for watching our program.